Organized crime boss James J. Bulger, a.k.a. Whitey, is one of very few mobsters to end up on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted list. He's been on the run since 1994 and should be considered a threat to anyone who crosses his path.
You have that combination of someone that can think quick on their feet, who won't hesitate to use violence.
1981, South Boston. Whitey Bulger is on a roll. Along with associates like Kevin Weeks, he controls the Irish Winter Hill Gang through fear, torture, and murder.
Brutality was a way of life. It's a price of doing business. It's part of business.
And Bulger has a leg up on the competition. A secret relationship with FBI agent John Connolly. In exchange for information about the Italian mob, Connolly keeps the heat off Bulger and his associates. Bulger practices his grim trade in the heart of South Boston. Fellow gang member Kevin Weeks says he and Whitey used this home, nicknamed the Haunty, as a slaughterhouse.
I don't think anyone liked coming here. I mean, everyone that came here that met us here was killed, so it wasn't a pleasant place.
But Whitey doesn't confine his killing spree to South Boston. Bulger and the Winter Hill Gang extort more than $1 million from the World High Sports Company. But in 1978, an Oklahoma businessman named Roger Wheeler takes control of the company and is looking to put an end to Whitey's lucrative kickbacks. In retaliation, authorities say Bulger orders a hit on Wheeler.
2 members of Winter Hill went out to Oklahoma and they shot Roger Wheeler as he came off the golf course. He was getting in his Cadillac and they shot him between the eyes.
Connolly's protection shields Bulger from FBI scrutiny for nearly 2 decades. But the FBI isn't the only law enforcement game in town. In 1994, the Massachusetts State Police and the U.S. Attorney's Office set their sights on Whitey Bulger. Prosecutors in Boston prepare an indictment against Bulger on multiple counts of racketeering, extortion, and murder. The plan is to arrest Bulger on January 5th, 1995. But according to Kevin Weeks, John Connolly intervenes.
This is where John Connolly came in to inform me that there was indictments coming down on Jim Bulger and other members of organized crime. And basically, he was telling me to tip them off so they could flee before they got indicted and arrested.
Kevin Weeks passes Agent Connolly's warning on to Bulger.
Jim Bulger met me down here, picked me up shortly after I found out from John Connolly. I told him, and he immediately returned, dropped me off, and he was gone.
Bulger has eluded capture ever since.
He got a head start. He was able to prepare, and that was critical. When you get that, you're able to prepare, and you got money and means, you can hide.
On November 17th, 1999, police arrest Kevin Weeks. He's found guilty on charges of racketeering, extortion, money laundering, and accessory to murder. He cooperates and receives a 5-year prison sentence. In 2000, he leads Massachusetts State Police to 3 grave sites along this expressway outside Boston.
They came over with backhoes and tents, and they dug up the bodies, and they found them right away. Right where I told them they were.
The FBI says that Whitey Bulger is personally responsible for 19 homicides.
Once he made up his mind to kill someone, they were getting killed, and there was no stopping it. And basically, murder was a tool of the trade.
In September 2002, former FBI agent John Connolly receives a 10-year sentence for racketeering and obstruction of justice.
The person that Connolly should have been controlling was actually controlling Connolly.
Bulger was the puppet master, and Conley was dancing at the end of the string.
Agents at the FBI's Boston field office believe Bulger fled the country. To widen the search, the Bureau names him to the most wanted list on August 19, 1999.
The top 10 list has evolved with the transnational aspect to it, which allows the Bulger case to receive that publicity, both home and abroad.
According to the FBI, Bulger has large sums of money stashed away in safe deposit boxes around the world.
Bulger was adept at not staying in one place too long, making a couple phone calls at one location, staying at a hotel here and there, and then going on to another location.
The FBI has put audio and video of Bulger on its website, hoping someone may recognize his gestures or the sound of his voice.
Can I speak to Jack? Thank you. Hi, Jack. Is there any rentals up at that place up across from Kelly's? Okay, gonna find out now. I think that's the Marine Park, they call it. What do they call it, the Marine Park?
James Whitey Bulger, born September 3rd, 1929. Notice Bulger's discolored front tooth. He's between 5'7" and 5'9". He uses many aliases. Bulger is an avid reader with an interest in history. He's an alleged killer, but he's also an animal lover. In 2008, the FBI doubled the reward for Whitey's capture from $1 to $2 million. Bulger may be traveling with his longtime female companion, Catherine Grieg.
So if you see a little old man and his once glamorous little old bombshell mob mall girlfriend walking on a beach, that's worth $2 million.
But the FBI wants you to remember, this harmless-looking little old man is extremely dangerous.
He used to say, let's all go to hell together. And if he has a weapon on him or near a weapon, he's going to take as many people with him as he can.